Hello. It's the last day. Who's ready to spin with me and get this done for the year? That sounds bad. Hi. I am still spinning the Merino Yak Silk Blend. How are you today? Hello, Kelly and Chris. How are you guys doing? A beer? What are you spinning or are you weaving? Hi. Hello. How is everybody? We had a storm last night. I was 1 minute early. Lisa, you're early. Yeah, yesterday, I don't know. I don't really understand the YouTube thing, the notifications thing. There was a lot of people who were like, hey, sorry, I never got a notification, but they normally do. So I don't really know. Mel said, happy last day of the tour. Hello, Mel. Kelly said, last day I have one more bat of BFL and I will meet my goal to spin it all. Look at you. Hello. Hello, Lana. Look at Rico's here. Salutations, Rico. Abir is knitting and weaving. I'm actually looking forward to getting back to knitting a little bit. So, and as we're at the very beginning, thank you, Mel. Our air conditioning is on, so it seemed worth it to do something with my hair for the day, because I won't be in and out of the pool all day. You see? And we probably got 2 inches of rain last night at least. It's crazy. Hello, Jojo. Elizabeth said, hello, Lori. She's knitting at work, but already spun her 20 minutes of, the mother of pearl. How do you like it? On the natural BFL silk. Sarah said, I've been working on organizing my crocheting and knitting paraphernalia. I've had to upgrade to a bigger bin. It happens, Sarah. It happens. Tracy said, darn, still running errands. Hopefully I can catch the end. Hopefully. I know. Shannon said, thank God it's the last day. What a great run. I'm ready for a break, honestly. I'm probably still going to do like 20 minutes a day for the Tour de Femme, but I'm also going to like knit more and just do some other stuff. Lana said, I'm in Tulsa with my parents to see the grandbabies. That's fun. Deanna said, hi, everyone. Last day. Meet my goal. I'm thinking you said met my goal of 20 minutes or more. Hey, Heather and Lori, Ellen, look at you guys. And also, I am going to take, sorry, I was reading one of your comments and I don't understand it, but I'll ask after. I am going to take next Sunday off and potentially the one after that, but of course I'll keep you guys updated because we're having a family pool party on the 7th, and I'm going to take next week off just because I'm going to take a short break. I am still going to do Tuesday videos, so they'll be out, and then once I get back, I'll be doing a 1 hour on Sunday, same time as we've been doing, and then 2 other pop-ups during the week. We're going to kind of like spread it out more during the week. So, okay, let me read some of these. Lee said 2.75 mid STA. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Chris said, I've been all over the Fiber Planet this tour. We'll continue with the women's tour. So, Carrie said, I just finished plying the very last skein of my very first fleece. Funny how another fleece showed up, is it not? She sent me a picture of another fleece. Victoria said, spun my first fractal yarn. Oh, BFL 4 ounces in a bath now. That's exciting. Mel's cleaning the basement because you are the busiest woman I know. Lori said, I'll be listening while I do some canning. That's exciting. Shannon said, oh golly, what is Tour de Femme? So the women tour after the men. So the female version of the Tour de France is after. Hannah asked about the blanket next to me. It's just called Blankie by Shelly Kang, and it's Blankie with an IE. You can look up the pattern. I changed it, of course, because I always change everything. I did 2 rows of black before each square to like set them apart. Uh, Thank you, Victoria. Victoria says I rock. I appreciate that. Teresa said, enjoy your time away. I'm going to be dying a lot. But I'm also just going to like take a little time to kind of get myself in a group because I told Chris this in a private message. I, and not private as in like trying to keep it away from anybody, but I tend to start things and then slowly new things get my attention and I end up with my attention in 10 different places. So I'm going to take the time to just regroup and get some things done and out of the way. I also have some like exciting business things that you guys will probably never end up hearing about that are happening. Like I got a meeting next week that's a big deal and stuff like that. So um, I just need to focus and get some admin stuff done. So, and I'm going to just take a little knitting break also. Summer vacay. Rico said I'm learning bead weaving so I can teach my sis for her birthday. Maybe band weaving too. Not a fan of tiny glass things I can barely see. It's slow, right, Rico? I bet if you do it a lot, you'll get faster, though. Just like everything, right? Molly said I spun 500 grams of fiber into beautiful yarn. Thanks for the inspiration, Trish. Molly, thank you for telling me that you were inspired because that means a lot to me. That's all I really ever could want to do. That and encourage people. The rest is for the perfect people of Instagram. Not me. Kimberly said, just finished with outside chores, including planting tomatillos, getting to just sit a few. Kimberly, will your tomatillos make it to, getting ripe if you plant them right now? Because I don't think mine would. But your growing season must be different from my sad growing season. Hello, Kim. Hello, Alice. Ellen said, I want to thank you for doing this. I didn't make all the lives, but watched the ones I missed and met my goal of 30 minutes of spinning every day. I'm so glad, Ellen. I love doing this. You guys don't even know. But it was tiring. It's tiring, weirdly. I can't explain it. But I love doing it. Last year was kind of scary because it was my first time, but it's been great this year. Hello, Jen. She said I was gone the last couple days shearing 400 Shetlands. I cannot imagine. She said, but we got them done a day early. That's amazing. And Jen, you are not that far from Kimberly. Karen said, starting Monday, my daughter will be home from college for 3 weeks. How fun. She'll be 19 at the end of August and is a sophomore. Finding time to craft is getting hard. It is rough, right? Oh gosh, Jen said someone is using their fleece for the insulation in their house. I've heard a lot of that. Mel said, not true. I just spent the whole morning knitting and dorking. Literal nothing has been done today. Oh, Melody, thank you. Melody said, hey, hit the like button. Please do if you can. Sherry said, hi, everybody. Bye, everybody. I'm at work, so I'll have to catch the replay. Have a great Sunday. It's nice to see you, Sherry. Kim got supplies to make her own warping mill so she can make more self-striping sock yarn. So if you start selling it, Kim, please give me a holler. I have to say that I have told myself that I was going to do it for quite some time, and I still haven't. So I would love to support you. Jennifer said, hello, I've spun most of what I wanted. I'll continue into Tour de Femme. I finished the Advent box and braid and this purple one I wanted, and now I'm spinning for husband's sweater. You're busy, Jennifer. Oh, that's okay, Chris. You just concentrate on your warp. Chris said I'm putting a new warp on my loom while I listen, so not much typing today. Lana said, you have encouraged and inspired me as well. I was so afraid to try again until I found you. It had been 25 years for me. Thank you, Trish. I'm so glad. That's the best. Thank you. Yeah, you're probably right, Mel. Mel said my vote for busiest person is Kimberly. Kimberly works full time and has like a crazy farm. There's so much going on. Terry said, Trishan Tribe, I appreciate you all so much. You have helped me get out of my depression funk, and I've really enjoyed this tour more than others I have done. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad. See, that's awesome. Margaret said, my goal was to learn to support spindle spin. Last night, I even managed to draft. Look at you while I was still spinning, so I climbed the mountain. Good job. I love it. The beer's not feeling well. I'm sorry. She said, not sure if the cat scratch on my chest has anything to do with it. You mean like an infection, maybe? Alice said, I feel you, Chris. I warped last week and made up new French words, but my tablet weave is coming along nicely now. That's good. Kimberly said, yes, they will. They're transplants that I started as seeds in February. I've just not set them out yet. I see. Yeah, Carrie said to a beer, I hope not, and that you feel better quickly. Lana said, I found an acacia wood cutting board. That's cool. She's going to make a blending board. That is very fun. I've seen so many people who have made them at home and really enjoyed them. It's really nice. Alice said, a beer, oh no, I hope you feel better soon. Wash that wound and get some antibiotic gel on it. Teresa said my goal was to spend 15 minutes a day, and I exceeded that every day. See? And isn't it amazing, Teresa? What you can get done in 15 minutes a day for 3 weeks, it is like every year it kind of shocks me what I can get done if I'm just consistent, but it's not like I have to sit all day. Kim said, thank you for all the love on Facebook page. It's really inspired me to find the courage to keep going. I hope you do. Abir said, thanks, Alice. Didn't even think about that. Kimberly said, that third fleece. Oh, good. She's on third fleece. Pre-soaking in cold water will scour after this group gathering. There you go, Rico. Rico said I might give her a loom and show her how to weave a scarf. Uh-oh. Victoria had cat scratch fever. I didn't even know that was a real thing. Obviously, I know the song. She said it was a mess, you know you have it if your glands swell. Huh. I'm not advocating that. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Melody said, I found you last year's Tour de Fleece and have been my inspiration all year. Look forward to your podcasts every week. It's been a crazy year, honestly, and I am so thankful that I didn't stop doing lives because it's gotten so much simpler, less problems with equipment. I mean, they hardly ever happen now. Have you guys noticed? I don't think you have. Kimberly said, oh, you guys, that's sweet. I really don't think I know how to relax. It's a struggle for sure. It must be, because I don't know how you get so much done. Teresa said, yes, it is. Yes, Heather said, feel better, Abir. Oh, uh-oh. Abir said, sorry, Deborah, hope you get well soon. Yes, Teresa, yeah. I think you mean spinning every day for like a short period. She said, hopefully this has become a habit now. It's just amazing. Hello, Shaylee. How are you? I've been thinking about maybe going back to the guild. I don't know if I'm going to or not, but I'm thinking about it for real. It's a little, this is going to sound so stupid, but I don't care. It's a little bit hard to go into a room of strangers who all know each other so well and like be the new person. You know what I mean? I mean, not that I can't handle it, but it definitely makes me go, oh, can I do that? Heather said, I've enjoyed catching the lives, a great routine. Elizabeth said I was shooting for 20 minutes a day. I think the least I've ended up spending was an hour. Did you get a ton done? A lot of days was more. My home is definitely showing the lack of attention. Oh, yeah, I need to vacuum our living room level. It is full of Gus glitter. Full. But the rest of the house gets vacuumed almost every day, so... Lana said I've got the supplies needed now to build her rag rug looms. That's exciting. Mel said this group is so wonderful. I enjoy your company, encouragement, and advice. You know what? I really appreciate the whole group, because there's a lot of questions where I'm like, I actually don't know, but someone always does. Oh gosh, Lana's building a peg loom too. That's a nice thing to do rugs on. Kim said, oh, Kim said Shaylee is who did the sock tube. She did an amazing job. Nice. Deborah said I spun 4 skeins and scoured wool for the first time for this tour de fleece. Randy said I have had cats. You guys, I honestly did not realize that was a real thing. Can you believe I didn't know that? She said I have had cat scratch fever as a teen and got so sick of my sister teasing me with that song. I bet. A beer, I love it. I've got some in my cart to buy and dye for my shop because I love it so much. I absolutely love it. It's spinning up so easily, and then it's fluffing up if I, let the tension off of it. It's just fluffing up like poof. Shadowcat said, I'm so grateful that you've gone live for every day of the tour. Your lives have helped me. Oh, that's awesome. She said, your lives have helped me get through some mental health struggles. If we can all help each other with that, that is like amazing, right? Chris said we had to do that here. We were all strangers, and now look at us. Yes, that's true, Chris. Hello, Jenny. I often think like new people that come in, it must feel overwhelming because like we all kind of know each other, but I appreciate how welcoming you are when people come in for their first time or comment for their first time, because I think a lot of people watch a few times before they start to talk. You know what I mean? Alice said, I've never had cat scratch fever, even with cats all my life. A friend got it, though. It wasn't fun for her. Shanna said, not weird at all. Ice breaking is so nerve-wracking sometimes. Well, and the best part was, last time I joined, they made me, like, get up and introduce myself. And it is I don't know how many people are there, but it's a big room full of people. Lana said, since I quit, I will be able to use up... Oh, quilt. Since I quilt, I will be able to use up my scrap fabrics. Nice. For rugs, you mean. Abir said, Alice, I hope it had nothing to do with cats. I had to move my mouse. Sorry. Margaret said, I have a question about Gotland. Good. She spun some white. It was shiny and slippy. The gray was more like Shetland. Is that normal? Margaret, was that from the Paradise box? And I'm asking because I noticed that they were quite different as well. I don't know if it's normal for the color to have an effect on that, but I did notice that the white was different from the gray when I got it from Paradise Fibers. I don't know if that'll help you at all. Steph said, oh, she's lost her creative mojo. Hang on. That went really fast. Hope everyone has enjoyed their tour de fleece. Linda said, hello, friends. Hi, I'm going to buy a hackle. Any suggestions for brand? I think they're all pretty much the same, Linda. Oh, my goodness. Now we're going fast all of a sudden. Heather said, as a newbie, yes, it was hard at first. How do you jump in without being awkward? I get it, Heather, and I admire it that you didn't let that stop you. You know what I mean? Elizabeth said, I watched for the first week of Tour de Fleece last year before I commented. I think that probably happens a lot. It was scary because I'm me, but less so than if I did it now that we've all been together for a year. But a lot of new people have come in during that year, you know? Chris said, like a support guild. Hello, I'm Trish. I'm addicted to wool. Well, I'll tell you, it isn't impressive if I'm like, I've been weaving for a couple years. Though they're like master weavers in there. Melody said, true for me about not commenting on the podcast. Took me almost a year of lurking before I commented. I understand. Rico said, I've decided to mount the big charka on a wall. Interesting, but terrified to drill into walls. Anne said, walking into a guild meeting for the first time is like speaking up in this group for the... Exactly. It's intimidating. Misty said spinning long draw today. Think after 3 ounces. Yes. She finally figured it out somewhat. It takes time, Misty. So just don't put any pressure on yourself and keep practicing. You'll have it in no. If you feel like you finally have it somewhat, then you'll have it. It'll be second nature soon. Jennifer said, I did the pop in and watch a live a couple times. Trish, you said hi to me by name and I got overwhelmed and left. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm an introverted dork, but I stuck around. I'm sorry that that overwhelmed you. Margaret said, no, it was from World of Wool. It was not dyed. It was natural Gotland. So I'm pretty sure, Margaret, that that is where they get it. So I bet you that's why. Kim said, Trish, I felt that way for a while. It's why I haven't gone to a local knit-in. Feeling like an outsider is an uncomfortable feeling. I suppose it'll be easier in an organized group because there will be like an activity for us to do, you know, a speaker or whatever. And it's such a huge group that no one's really going to be expecting anything from me, which is my favorite kind of group. Crank myself up. Abir said to Melanie she's watching what happens next on the scratch. And I did see quickly that Mel had said, you know, don't wait too long to have it looked at if you need to. Yes, Mel gave Steph some advice. Maybe try some little small thing to get back in the groove. Carrie said in the Fin Fleece, the dark gray was a bit coarser than the light gray. Some breeds are like that. So maybe the Gotland is, but I just don't have enough experience with white Gotland to know if that is normal. Like if you have Jacob fleeces, it's very common for the darker ones, the darker parts of the fleece to be more coarse. It doesn't happen every time, but it is very common. Hello, Pamela. Alice said to Abir, I hope even more it's just allergies. Yep. Lana's hopping off when babies get there. She'll watch the replay later. Bye, Lana. It's nice to see you. Mel is on Team Awkward. Would you like to be the goalie? Andy said, I'm expecting a blending board tomorrow. Exciting. Can't wait to do some blending. Oh, Rico. Rico said, when Trish said, hi, Rico, for the first time, I felt like this is where I should be. You know what? I'm so glad because I hope this isn't a hot topic or a touchy topic, but I worry because we are so overwhelmingly women that men will not feel comfortable, and I really want everybody to feel comfortable. It means a lot to me. So I appreciate that you guys are welcoming to everyone. Shaylee said they did the same to me. I was like, holy cow. Yeah. She said it's a very welcoming group because Shaylee is in the group that I would join, that I'm talking about, that huge guild. Deborah said, Andy, I hope you like your blending board. Jen said, I agree with Carrie. I have noticed shearing that lighter fleeces usually seem finer and have more luster. And Jen has probably seen a fair few fleeces. Even more than me. Oh gosh, I really cracked myself up today, right? Kimberly said they just joined their guild in June. How big is it, Kimberly? She said, Mike's getting to know our guild members better than I am since he's taking this class. He's doing really well. Chris said sit in the back for the first meeting. Maybe. They still ask you to stand up and introduce yourself. Deborah said, I just bought my first wool combs. Exciting. Shadowcat is part of a local guild, but I haven't gone to a meeting yet because I feel like an outsider due to my age. I hope you are brave too. I know my only thing that's really holding me back is that it's such a drive for me. Kimberly's going back. Oh, he's going back through the weaving videos. He'd probably learn a lot more in the class in the guild. But, you know, you can pick stuff up everywhere, so it is probably worth it. Sharon said, I feel this type of online group is for me easier to participate than in an in-person group. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Dawn. Kimberly said, neither of my Gotland are white, so I can't comment on the difference, but I can say they're both different. That's Andy. Andy said, introverts unite. but we want to unite in our own houses alone. A beer said Jacob is 50-50 for me. I've had the best experience and the worst. Did you get your fleeces from different places, a beer? Mel said, funny story. So, in cleaning the basement, she's getting rid of the Polly Pockets. It's probably time. Hubs always hated those little shoes all over, so I took like 6 of the shoes and have been hiding them in his stuff. Does he have any shirts with pockets? You could just drop one in one of those pockets. Melody said, maybe sheep are like my Angora goats, and the fleece depends on the animal and their genes and the weather during the year, and what they eat makes a big difference. Yes, I'm sure that that's probably part of it. Alice said, I absolutely love that this is a mixed group. Creativity should never be based on gender. I agree on any of those things, you know? I just want everyone to be welcome. Chris said, what am I saying, Trish? Paradise Fibers singled you out. You have 11.6 thousand followers on YouTube. You have a top. Oh, we do have a great group. You're a rock star. Oh, Chris. I love you for saying that, but it's not true. Like, the real, like, I don't know. That's not the right word. The huge people in the fiber world have no idea who I am. You know what I mean? But it's fine. I don't care about that. I care about you guys. Sarah said, Melanie, that's so evil. Shaylee said, I observed from a distance, and then after the spring sale, they were like, would you like to be on the board? I was like, slow down. Karen asked, how do you find local people to spin with? How do people do it? My local yarn store has a group, and then there's actually a group of people that they have a Facebook group called Traveling Treadlers, like in my geographic area. So I joined that, and they used to get together, I think it was twice a month. So that's how I did it. But you can look on Ravelry or Facebook for like groups in your area, or try your yarn stores that might have spinning. Terry said I had to get a portable ice maker so I can do some ice dyeing. Good idea. Kimberly said, I think it's easier. It's easily close to 30 or 40 guild members, several master spinners, and 5 master weavers. Hello, Valerie. Stephanie said, I finally figured out how to add my picture to YouTube. It was so easy that I feel like the dork I am. You know what, Stephanie? That helps me tell people apart. Like, if you all have the same first name, sometimes I get confused about who's who, you know what I mean? Or who said what later on. So the pictures help me. Shanna said, I love that I can hang out with my people in my pajamas and not feel self-conscious. Oh, Shaylee said, no, your group, Trish, is very welcoming. The guild is as well. They were really nice. You guys are crazy. Jen said, yes, wool classing. I get to handle close to 1,000 fleeces a day. But you all have done more with them. I saw your Ravelry TDF page. I am so impressed. Oh. Jen, how do you learn how to class wool? I feel like I might want to do that. Steph said, no, I love Polly Pockets and Sullivanian families. Polly Pockets. There's a family story about Polly Pockets, but I'm not sure if I should tell it. Carrie said, reminds me of the time I stuck googly eyes in random places around the house because Dan doesn't like them. I think that was the first time I ever saw him. Annoyed. Jen said, is anyone else mildly obsessed with fleece throwing? I don't even know what that is. Elizabeth said, I saw a couple of weeks ago that the first knitting guilds in France hundreds of years ago were only for men, no females allowed. I love that we are everybody from everywhere. I do too. Hello, Karen. Rico said, I told Paradise Fibers that Trisha Fiber Love Diary on YouTube is the most awesome in an email. Rico. Thanks. I appreciate you. Oh, Karen's been cleaning fleece. Scotland and Merinos. Maybe Karen would be the good one to ask that question of. Karen, we've had a question about Gotland. do you notice a difference between colors, or do you just think it's a fleece to fleece difference? Because obviously, fleece to fleece, they're different. Valerie said, Elizabeth, I'm not sure what exactly how that should be phrased, but is it that that's amazing? Only men could be weavers. I'm sorry, I don't know what it should be. Sarah said, just joined the Fiber Guild here, and they had a Zoom option for meetings. Aw, Inky said, this is the only spinning podcast that I watch religiously. Karen said, no local yarn store here that I know, but Brainstorm, SCA, Society for Creative Anachronism. Is that in your area? I used to work at a place called the SCA, but it was the Saugatuck Center for the Arts. Karen Shaw said, question, how much second cuts would you expect per pound? I don't know about a weight, but I mean, I would say that I couldn't even weigh the amount that I would expect per pound. You know what? It would not even register on a scale. I expect some always. They happen. You really can't avoid it. But I always try to shake them out too. Alice said, yay, Rico, I blamed FLD for bamboo pie. Stacy said, hello, so glad to be back. Hi, Stacy. Have missed a few lives, but I watched them later. Miss everyone. It's nice that you made it. Kimberly said, so does that mean if I put a different sheep as my profile picture, you won't know me? I will know you. I'll know you, Kimberly. You've been around a while. Lisa said, our local guilds are gone, but when you changed your name, you know I got messed up. Okay, Lisa said, our local guilds are gone, but a lot of us still enjoy spinning together at our local library once a month. No structured guild meeting, just fun. It is nice. Just fun is a good time. Karen said, I posted in group a sample Gotland 10-yard spin, tons of colors. That sounds nice. Oh, okay. I got a cramp in my leg. Hang on. I gotta move my foot. Sorry. Abir said to Kimberly, if I change the pic on my WhatsApp, my mom doesn't know me. I bet my mom would be the same. Karen said my picture changed to a tattoo I got. Used to be a horse. Oh, and Karen Shaw said I spun tip to root from locks. So did you not, if you spun it from the locks, you didn't process it more than washing? I mean, I would think Gotland would be a great breed for that. Ray said, is the micron number of wool an indicator of how much it will bloom after soaking yarn? I'm not an expert on the microns, Ray, but I personally think the crimp is a better indicator of what kind of bloom you're going to get. Oh, okay. Karen Page said on Facebook. Hello, Melissa. Alice said SCA is global. Oh, I see. So can you do it online, Alice? Kim said I have a local yarn store that does a spin-in, but it's over an hour from me. Well, Kim, if you want to find people to spin with, it might be worth the drive a few times while it's still like really nice weather, because you might find out that other people that are closer to you are going to that and would like to get together, like, you know, more in your own area, if that makes sense. Alice said my current tablet weave is for the SCA Kingdom of Tramaris, Florida, for a member friend of mine. Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry. Melissa said today I get swatch bind off needles and block. Yeah, Heather said gotta stretch your legs while you tour. So I don't know why I do this, but I almost always tuck my left ankle under my right knee, and after a while it'll go to sleep or I'll get a cramp. I don't know why I do that. It's weird. Dawn said I don't have a local yarn store. The closest is an hour and a half at least away from me. It's sad. You could still look for a local group on Ravelry. Sometimes they're just not built around a store. Hello, Lorraine. I was just thinking about you today. That's weird. She said, yay, made it. Hello, Trish and everyone. I'll be listening, but I'm weaving on the floor loom right now and can't reach the keyboard. No problem, but I was thinking about you today. Chris said, will the Femme Tour be as many days? I believe it is, but I don't know for sure. I'm sure you can Google it. I don't know for sure. I did not hear that, Abir. Abir said, did you hear the new Chow needles are $500? What are they made of? Unicorn horn? Carrie said, Alice, I went to an event once. I was so embarrassed by my garb, but they were really kind. Uh-oh, I missed something, I think. Kim said, tell us more, Abir, about them. Okay, Karen said, slightly washed, smelled good, with faint lanolin smell, locks about 6 inches, and each lock had a ton of colors, if that's what you were asking. Golden tan all the way to dark walnuts, blacks. That sounds so cool. Alice said, STA is mostly interpersonal, but they went Zoom or something for the pandemic. Melissa said, yes to Abir. Yes, they sound great. Not sure I'd buy them at that price. Mel said, great advice on going to the group to see if there's anyone close to you. That worked for me. I mean, that's a long drive. 3 hours is a long, because it'd be back and forth 3 hours. But there might be other people that go. Maybe that local yarn store has a Facebook or a Ravelry group. And you can find someone online without having to drive there. Ellis said, I'm not a member of it because I'm too maverick, but I love history and creativity, so I still follow it. Elizabeth, I think you're shocked probably by the $500 price tag. Margaret said, my white Gotland was more like a Lincoln long wool, and I don't like the long wools. Margaret, you know what? You and I have that in common. I do think they have some uses, but generally, I am not a great big fan. Jen said there are schools for wool classing. There is one in Montana, and my friend went to one, I think, in South Dakota. It is good money. They're always looking for classers, handlers, but lots of traveler. I was, Lorraine, yes. And weirdly, okay, so I'll tell you why I was. I was dyeing wool this morning, and I was thinking of a colorway that I dyed probably about 2 years ago, and I think you bought it from my shop. Is it weird that I remember that sometimes? Really early on, like when I first opened the shop, I think you bought it very early on, and I was thinking, I need to do that colorway again, and I made notes on it so I actually can. Shanna said, I googled spinners in my city, county, state, and weavers in the same. Was able to track down a weavers and spinners guild and several festivals. Oh, that would be a good place to try too. And displays, galleries, and trunk shows. Sharon, that's funny. Sharon said maybe the new needles are Chow Gold. Ella said, Carrie, I feel ya. My first garb was a joke, but most were nice. Next time I fancied up the accessories and they called me clan. But I still can't follow the rules. Hello, Donna. Carrie said, Elizabeth, sorry I missed you before. I've been puttering. Well, Carrie, how was the game yesterday? Karen said, see, I don't have the garb for SCA, but I'm sure someone can help me. I have no idea what the garb is. Jen said, you throw the fleece on the skirting table. Once you know the technique, roll it up from britch to neck. It is so satisfying. I bet there are vids. I'm sure. There must be videos on YouTube about it. Well, I don't think I can travel to South Dakota or Montana, even though I'd love to go to either one of those places to go to school for wool classing. And I love me a shearing day, and I love me a raw fleece. I don't even mind the poop. Elizabeth said, to Carrie, no worries, things were moving faster. I had to move my mouse again. In chat right then, I assumed you missed it. Oh, there we go. Margaret said Tour de Femme is 8 days and started today. Hello, Sylvia. I saw about your well. I'm so sorry. Alice said, Karen, look up chitin or peplos. Fantastic base garb and easy for noobs. And there's a 10-foot rule, so you don't have to be exact on all counts. Misty wants to know where it is in Montana. Oh, there's something in my wool. Something from the silk, I bet you. You are not late, Crystal. You are right on time. You're right where you're supposed to be. I love it. Abir said, future bat making or die. Could you reboot the red? The red. Oh. Abir, yes, I could. I would love to, actually. That bat was a favorite for me. Carrie's giving the claps. Lorraine said, if you're talking about the Princess of Darkness, yes, it was not. I thought it was Lake Superior. Did you buy Lake Superior? She said, yes, I just had that fiber at my spinning guild last week for show and tell. Everyone loved it. I actually just did do a similar one, though, today that I think Tracy bought called Sinister Kiss. I did 4 of them today. Alice said, garb is the historic costuming. No, I figured it was historic costuming, but I don't know what period it comes from. Mel said, I loved your woodlawn colorway. It was so lovely. Thank you. That was named after the street I grew up on when I was little. Karen, me too. Karen said, I love processing wool. I love it. Karen Page said, I have 2 ewe lambs that need shearing. Anyone want to help? I don't think I am probably destined to shear just because I'm already 48. So, let's face it, how long can my body do that? But I would love to do the wool classing. Kimberly said, according to my daughter, SCA is basically a club for medieval and Renaissance. Oh, so that's the time period. Okay. Dawn said, Trish put you on my TV so I could hear you over hubby's TV. He can't hear, so drowns out my tablet. Oh, Dawn. Jen said it's called the Chuck Dallas Memorial Wool Handling School in Bozeman. Oh gosh, Sylvia. Sylvia said we were figuring out how to live out of water jugs. I'm so sorry. Elizabeth said, Alice, do you have to dress up every meeting or just special events? Oh, Carrie said, Trish, the game was great. We battled orcs on the way to free Grizzles. Is that right? Long lost sister. Grizzle is Dan's character, and my character has a huge crush on him. Of course. Of course. Alice said, Kimberly, accurate. In fact, bam. Oh, Elizabeth bought... No, I did it more than once, Elizabeth. She said I bought Lake Superior. Well, I think I need to do it again. Because I never kept any. And I did keep notes on it, so I think I can do it again. And I think I need one. But I think I'll do like 4 or 5, and then I'll just keep one. Stephanie said, I think I would love to try a raw fiber, but I don't want the poop, so maybe one that is lightly skirted. Get one that is heavily skirted. Luther's barking in his sleep. Is that probably what I should try? Heavily skirted, definitely. Disney said 81 watching, only 36 likes. Yep, please hit the like if you can. Alice said, Elizabeth, they usually dress up at all times. Oh my gosh. Carrie said, also, Dan smoked a beef tenderloin for the carnivores of the group, and apparently it was amazing. It sounds amazing. Where does he buy his beef tenderloin? I need to know. I buy pork ones all the time, but I don't know one anywhere that sells the beef ones, I don't think. Abir said, can't wait to see what spooky and gothic colorways you come up for October. Abir, I just designed a custom top. I didn't even click order yet. Hey, Angie, you're not late. You're right on time. You're right where you're supposed to be, just like Crystal. Oh, he's still making noises. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Sorry, it just makes me laugh. Lorraine said, no, I didn't get Lake Superior, but the name sounds so pretty. Okay, see, my memory isn't even that good. Elizabeth bought Lake Superior. Karen said, what comes after spinning now? Oh, any knit-alongs or fleece studies, etc. I think I'm going to do some weaving, but I will continue to spin. Next is a drum carder review, and then there's a dyeing video with John again because he did some yesterday and it's filmed. So a lot of things. I think we're just kind of like jumping around for a little while and giving my brain a break. Karen said, Stephanie, I can send you a small sample or you can do Etsy. Kimberly said, I am not necessarily wanting to learn to shear, but I do need a hoof trimming lesson so I can find someone nearby to teach me. I've got a few who really need a trim. Carrie said, yep, grizzle equals grizzle. It's a Parks and Rec reference. I did not watch very much Parks and Rec. I can't believe I'm saying that. His sister's name is Purd. Rico said, can I spin dough? People do it, Rico. If you put like cuts in it and then you spin it, it bakes up really cool. Crystal needs a t-shirt that says I'm not late. Okay. Okay. Elizabeth said, I will say it is kind of surreal when I rewatch videos where you are dyeing fiber that I bought and have sitting in my house. I'm always like, hey, that's mine. I love that. Carrie said, Dan buys the beef tenderloin at Beaky's. Oh, okay. We do have a local, like, butcher. So I wonder if maybe I should ask them about it. They're awesome, too. Look. That's all I got left. Mel said, I've met the Hoof Trimmer Association people. Kimberly, I'll message you their info. Nice. Karen said to Kimberly, I can so help with the hoof trims by Zoom or whatever. Nice. You guys are so awesome. I love it. Andy said my doggo talks in her sleep too, so adorable. He has always been like a very vocal animal. Like he makes noises all the time. Anne said, Costco, we don't have a Costco either, Anne. Can you believe that? Freaking luck of mine. Sells whole beef tenderloin. They are not cheap, but they are huge, and you can cut your own fillets from half and use the other half for smoking or whatever. Lee said, yeah, on the drum carder. I've been waiting impatiently. I'm going to be starting to edit it in the morning. Tomorrow morning. Bye, Abir. I hope you feel better soon. Lisa said we have an elderly dog that gets all her exercise in her sleep. So funny. Gus barks in his sleep a lot. But Luther just kind of like, just sort of like talks. Stephanie said, Karen, I really thank you. That is so thoughtful of you, really. I will just wait until I go to Rhinebeck. I'm so excited about going this year. Me too. Ooh. Thank you. Sylvia spinning the Bridget. That's fun. Yes, Crystal, I'll do that. She said I encourage you to check with your local butcher. Actually, our next door neighbor's son works there too, so I can like, ask him. You know what I mean? Oh, hello, Mike. Kim said, buy a beer. Feel better. Kimberly said, Mike just called from his meeting. Heard your voice on my TV and said, tell Trish I said hi. That's funny. Kimberly said, PM me. All hoof trimmer help. And thank you. You guys are the best. Chris said, I had to dash out for a moment. Did you talk about the dying yesterday? I mean, just very briefly. Uh-oh. Hang on, guys. I gotta restart my camera. Oh, shoot. What did you have questions, Chris? Sarah said lost single briefly. Wait a minute. I'm gonna reconnect it. That's weird. Karen said, "Are we all? Is that what? Are we all going to Rhinebeck meetup? I'm going. At least that's the current plan." Please tell me that worked. Yay! I did it. Oh man, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. Andy said, my girl is quiet when she's asleep and saves it for her dreams. My boy is opposite. Luther talks all the time. All the time. Karen said, I have 10 acres so I can feed out a calf and get what I want. That's so nice. Deborah said, when is Rhinebeck? It's like the middle of October. I think it's the 3rd week. I am going. I don't know if I really can. I mean, I guess I will give a time and place in the Mel, in the grounds, the fairgrounds, and if anybody does want to come and meet up with me and everybody, then we can. We are camping, so John will be there. I can't take the dogs in, but they'll be in our camper. Crystal said I gave up on the rose pearl merino and started the rainbow that I dyed. I would like to see the rose pearl merino, though. Thank you, Kim. Kim said October 15 and 16. Stephanie said Rhinebeck meetup would be such fun. I kind of am planning on hopefully doing a little something. I mean, what's expected of me if I schedule a meetup? Do I just show up? Yes, Lee, we are. I will be announcing shortly before exactly where and when. Lee asked if we're doing a meet and greet at Michigan Fiber Festival. I will be. I haven't figured out. I want to do something that won't be in people's way. So I want to find a spot on the fairgrounds that, won't be in the way of shoppers and people trying to see the animals and all that stuff. And then I'm not exactly sure on the time yet either, but it will be on Saturday. I can tell you that much. Kim said, I took them off of work so I can go both days. Oh, so I can go both days. I'll lose out on overtime, but you only live once. That's right, Kim. Lorraine wants to know if anyone's going to Wisconsin Sheep and Wool in September. Kimberly said we're hoping to go to OFFF, but a few challenges with personnel may prevent it. Is that Oregon? Crystal said you show up, smile, and have good wool gossip. I can do that. I just don't know. Do I bring a giveaway? What is my, what's my responsibilities? Chris said nothing is expected. Thanks, Chris. It's my kind of meetup. Kim said just do a meetup on the hill or maybe in the far picnic tables across from the food. That's what I'm thinking, Kim, probably on the hill. or else, you know, the area that's close to where they do the dog expo, whatever they call it, maybe like right outside of that. Elizabeth said, "Oh, let's just be in people's way, and then they'll want to know why so many cool people are gathered there." They'll, they will anyway, won't they, Elizabeth? If we're far away and we're all gathered somewhere where there's like no vendors or anything, they'll be like, "What's going on over there?" Deborah said, "When is Michigan?" I don't know the exact dates. It's in August, Deborah. And it's in Allegan, Michigan. Chris said, "Is there a place to buy coffee or tea and sit?" I don't know about coffee and tea because it is usually pretty hot. Anne said, "Just be the flagpole, smile and be your charming self." I will be the flagpole. I can't help it. I'm 5'10". Shanna said, "I think that we would expect that you be you. That's what we love about you here, so there shouldn't be any different." Oh, thanks. I don't know how to be anyone else. There you go. Kimberly said, "Talking about work, I'm losing some of my key testing microbiologists, so maybe interviewing, oh no, or training newbies at that time. That's no fun." Karen said, "Trish just giggles, guffaws, drink a cold beer, point at everyone saying, 'I know you.' If you want to sit around the fire pit and knit, I'm going to..." Is that Wisconsin sheep and wool? It must be. So Lorraine, Kimberly, or Karen's going. Sylvia said, "No expectations, just fire." It is so fun though to meet some of you face to face, you know? It's not like I haven't seen pictures of a lot of your faces, but to meet you face to face, like when it happened at Maryland, that was like so much fun for me. Carrie said, "No giveaway expected." Crystal said, "Church people want to hang out with you." I'm not as fun as you think. Okay, yes. Kimberly said, "Yes, Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival." Karen used to be a microbiologist. There you go. We'll make a work love connection here. Tracy said, "You're not obligated to do anything." I think Trivets would just, oh, Tribers, right? Would just love to say they met you in person. I would love to meet you guys. You are very fun. Moni said, "Wait, we are supposed to bring you gifts." No, that can't be real. Bye, Heather. We only have a few more minutes anyway. She said, "I have to get ready for my county fair shift. Ready to sell some books and sign people up for library cards." Get in there and get some people literate, Heather. Love it. Anne said, "Is anyone on here in Ohio and going to the wool gathering at Young's Dairy?" Where is it, Anne? Me too, Heather. Thanks for coming. Lee said August 19th is Michigan Fiber Festival. Chris said, "What's hot?" So it isn't always hot there, but was it last year? I have been there and it's been like 85 to 90 and quite humid. It's really the humidity because you're right close to the river too. But it isn't hot every year, so it may be just wonderful. And I think it seems hotter because you go in these like barns full of people, just wall to wall, packed with people, and that just makes me feel more sweaty. Kim said, "I'm sure most of us will bring projects, so let's all sit together and craft in person at Rhinebeck." That's a good idea. Stephanie said, "You just show up so we can really just meet you. There is no need for you to feel like you have to give anything away." I'm not complaining. I just would like to make sure, if there is an expectation, that I don't let anyone down. Deborah said, "Anne, I live near Young's Dairy, but I don't know when the fiber fair is." Chris said, "Y'all should bring name tags and put them on at the meeting." Yes. That would be very wonderful and helpful. Maybe I should just bring name tags. Kim said, I agree, Stephanie. No gifts or giveaways necessary. Just be present and be your joyful self. And have wool in my mouth, like always. I just breathed some in, not kidding. Jennifer said, any Ohio peeps planning on wool gathering? You guys, are you guys going to meet in Ohio? Deborah said, I agree, Chris. Lorraine said, it's the second weekend, September 9, 10, 11. Kim said, Rhinebeck last year was upper 80s. We were all sweating in our sweaters and shawls. I will not wear my wool in that kind of weather. I can't believe people do. Like, how bad do you have to want to wear your shawl to be wearing it in the high 80s? Ann said, Young's Dairy is near Springfield between Dayton and Columbus. It's September 17 and 18. I'm planning to go on 17th and would love to meet up. Would love it if you would join us too, Trish. Gosh, Ann. Tempting. Not kidding. It's tempting. Yep, Jennifer said wool gathering is in Yellow Springs near Dayton, September 17th. We're all talking about the same thing in Ohio, right? Hello, Katie. Carrie. That's a genius idea. Carrie said, maybe we make our own creative name tags. Crystal said, high fiber diet. Many, many years ago, I was part of a podcast called The High Fiber Diet. Many years ago. I'm actually glad when nobody has heard of it. Shaylee said, we'll be demoing my sock machine F-Sun, hoping to meet some of you. I'm planning on stopping by, Shaylee. Oh, Kim said, will you be taking orders while you're there? Lori's at the gym. I love it. We get to keep Lori company. We're almost done, though. And I'm just going to finish this up because all I got left is this. And then I really do have to figure out what I'm doing for dinner. I have no clue. Last week I cooked more than normal. And I'm running out of ideas. Stephanie said, I was hoping for cool weather for Rhinebeck. I want cool weather. When I was there in 2017, Stephanie, it was pretty cool. And, like, we had a fire in our rental. I mean, we intentionally had a fire in the wood burner. Our rental. Crystal said, oh, we are exercising vicariously. Yes, we're all burning calories right now. I love it. Aw, Amy's going to be in Wisconsin the weekend before. Shaylee said she can take orders. Deborah said, Lori and Anna, I would like to go to wool gathering and meet up. That's so nice, you guys. Kim said, I was sweating last year in my shawl. Oh, you had a tank. You're smart, though. That's a little bit smarter. Because I'll tell you that I've seen people wearing wool at the one in August in Michigan, and I'm like, you guys are crazy. Shanna said, if I could make it, I could bring soap. Just pour cute, curly sheep soaps, about 2 ounces each. How nice. Oh, nice. Chris, that's a good idea. Trish, I'll put it in the Facebook group. Trish, make your logo downloadable. Festival goers can print it out and add their name, and then y'all can easily identify each other as the hour draws near. I am so excited that I'm almost done spinning these singles. You guys don't even know. And my wheel is working perfectly. It still doesn't really make sense to me that the mechanism in the woolly winder made a difference for the drawing on, but it did. Oh, Kim said, oh heck, I got a silk bump here. Maybe Trish needs buttons, and we can all order buttons and wear them for the meetup. Buttons might be the easiest thing, huh? All right, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. This is it. Somebody asked on, I think Friday, if I would focus on my drafting hand sometime. That's why I switched it. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. Anne said, I don't think I can add anything like that, Chris. Any PDFs, but I can do it in Facebook. Anne said we can make plans and post in the Facebook group. Right. That's so awesome. You guys are going to do a meetup. Linda said in August our guild will be spinning and weaving every day. Oh, at the Iowa State Fair. 11/21 in air conditioning. Great exposure. That's really a good idea. Disney said anyone driving by Toledo, Ohio, pick me up and I will help with gas and driving to the Ohio Fiber Festival or the Michigan one. Just don't like driving alone. Yes, Deborah, I did. Deborah asked if I cleaned the woolly winder. I actually filmed the whole thing. I just haven't edited it, which won't take me long. So I will edit it and get it up. I just, like I said, I haven't done it yet. But I did film the whole thing, and that took care of it. Oh, Carrie said, I'm looking forward to your woolly winder video. Mine is being fussy with take up too. It was kind of unusual. I've had it for 6 years. I bought it like right after we moved here. And I've never had a problem, and I just started having a problem pretty recently. And now I think it was the what do they call it? Traveling screw or something like that. Anne said buttons and car stickers so we can recognize each other on our That's a good idea. But it's time for me to go and figure out what to make for dinner. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you had a great time on the tour. I did. And I got a lot of spinning done. Hopefully Chris is done warping the loom. Probably not, though. So again, next week and probably the 7th, although I will update on that one if anything changes. But there will be videos and stuff. And I'll still be in the Facebook group, and I'm going to ease up a little bit on social media, but I won't be like, I won't be on a mountain in Tibet or anything. So I will see you guys soon. Thanks for keeping me company for the tour. I really appreciate it. And I love you. Bye.